This is talkSPORT Breakfast, me, Jamie O'Hara, and football hard man, Kevin Nolan. He's not a big friendly giant. That is Crazy by Knowles Barkley, but while we playing it, well, Kevin Nolan, alongside me this morning, we thought we'd delve into some of the more colourful characters he's played alongside in his career, and we're going to get him to rank some of his most crazy teammates from 1 to 5. Now, I've got 5 names in front of me, Kev. I'm going to name all 5 of them, because you've got some stories on them all.
Yeah.
We've got Ravel Morrison, Diouf, Ivan Campo, Andy Carroll, and Niall Ranger. Now,
wow.
I mean, Niall, I know Niall as well. He's a character. I mean, you must have some stories on him.
Yeah, I mean, look, Niall, obviously a young lad coming up at Newcastle, done really well to get, to break into the team.
Yeah.
Worked hard, and you see he had something. He come on in a few games, really, took some good centre halves apart, and with his pace, his power, and everything. You think this lad's he's got a lot of good attributes, and if he keeps himself going. But unfortunately for Niall, I mean, we had to. I tell you the story, Jay. Right, he was constantly late.
Yeah. And
us old school, we really wound me up, and being captain and everything else. And Chris used to give me, what Sam was saying, give me that sort of thing of the dressing room. So we put him back in with the 21s, because I was said you disrespect your showing to the lads to try and get him to gain that respect back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it didn't work. Obviously,
he never come back.
He never come back. But I think he did get back in the end, but it didn't. You didn't have the effect that you wanted to have on someone. He was still late because he used to love playing on his PlayStation. He used to be up till all hours. Yeah, we had a nightmare, but great. Lovely kid.
No, he was a good lad. He was a good lad, but he was.
But didn't realise his potential till it was probably too late.
Yeah, absolutely. Ravel Morrison, I mean, that is a big name on it. Obviously, he was again. You said he was a talented footballer.
Yeah, mate. I think he's one of the best, most special players I've seen on a training pitch. But Jamie, he used to just go missing. And no one could get in touch with him. The liaison officer would be coming to me going, Kev, I can't get hold of Ravel again. He's not in his flat. Where is he? And I'm like, I don't know. So I'm trying to ring him, and he just wouldn't answer. And then he'd just come in 4 days later with this little cheeky smile, laughing at us, and then just want to meg everybody in training that day, and then probably do it at all, and we're just all be steam coming out of our ears because he could do it, and you're thinking, wow. Unbelievable talent, unbelievable. It's just a shame because he should have made his mark. When we were talking about Cole Palmer, that's where I put him, because he could make, if he had that sort of drive and that, because he had everything else. Yeah, he could make you look a silly footballer. Yeah, and he did to a lot of us in training. And I think when you hear the ex-Man United players talk about him as well, he done the same. So very big shame. Shame.
Yeah. I mean, the 2 players there really that kind of didn't get their potential, but the other 3 players who obviously have had great careers, in my opinion: Ivan Campo, Diouf, Andy Carroll. Now, I know Andy as well. He's a great lad, good on a night out, loves a beer. He was, for me, Andy Carroll probably should have played more at the highest level. I know he had some bad injuries, but he was a top player.
Yeah, I mean, Andy, I wouldn't say he was crazy, but if you're out on a night out and anything broke loose, you want him by your side, because
it's a big old lad, wasn't he?
But he's a great lad. I loved Andy. We've got a really good relationship, special relationship. We had a really good understanding on the pitch, and we had each other. It was, as you say, the injuries absolutely just ruined what would have been an unbelievable career, because he was that old school number 9, and
don't make him like him no more.
No, and I think the biggest thing with Andy, and he probably look back on it, is probably his training probably didn't match his match. And if he trained the way he played, he probably would have been able to sustain it a bit longer. But he used to, when you've got them possessions, or he'd be on the side, you know what I mean? He would never get involved. He'd just stay on the side and not get involved, and do as little as possible, try and hide, you know what I mean? But and we used to batter him for it and give him a bit of stick. But what a player! I love playing with him, Jay. I love playing with him.
Made a bad ball, good ball, didn't he?
Yeah. And I used to say, put it in an area, and I'll be in and around you, and we just sort of got each other, and the same other way. He always says that he only assisted me and I never assisted him, but I think he'll find that I was just as good for him.
Ivan Campo, Diouf. I mean, Diouf, he was...
Diouf, I mean, every time he see my daughter, he used to say, "Thank you for looking after my daughter" to me. That's when my missus just had the baby, and he'd always come over to me and just go. So that's the lovely banter he had, you know what I mean? And like he just, you know, that old school football banter. But and I mean, missus used to just be like, "Oh my God," creasing with him. Yeah. But he was such a lovely lad, but just a character. You know what I mean? And you remember seeing him with all the clothes, the different, you know, tracksuits and all that. Cars. But the one thing I probably where he would, you know, when he'd lose it, Jay, he'd lost it. Like there was a moment when Diouf spat in Ian Dezou's face. Yeah, I mean, it was bad. Playing for Portsmouth, and I didn't, but I wanted to kill him off the pitch, and I said, "Don't worry, me and Diouf went at it for a long time in the dressing room, like saying, you know, that's not right. So, I think but once he's calmed down, he realises what he's done, and it's like, I shouldn't have done that. But like, he had a red mist. If he had got red mist, then he was just, you just couldn't control him. Ivan Camp, I mean, he was a great player, wasn't he? Unbelievable. But no, he was just crazy on the pitch. He was like, I was just a lovely lad off it, you know, really lovely, you know, really jolly, you know, people you want to be around and stuff, you know. And I always remember the biggest like compliment I can give him is that he didn't speak much English at the time, but he invited us all to his 30th birthday. And like when we walked in, obviously Steve McManaman and like loads of all the people who played with him at Real Madrid, who lived in England, and people who all come over to, and all the Bolton players went. So that just shows you, you know, the type of respect he had from us all and what he did. But again, he's one of them who made the team much better and just took it to another level. He was good on the ball, both feet. It was like Rolls Royce. But he got into that. Because he come as a centre half, you know, he was a centre half, and he come and he was like, oh, and then he just got, and he made that position his own, just in front of the back four, and like just done it so well. Just read the game, you know, his passing ability, seeing it. You know, he wasn't the most fittest guy, but you know, he could get around the pitch, and he was just upstairs. He was fit as anything, and you know, quick. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, look, we've got to rank them 5 to 1 now. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, one being the most crazy. That's got to be Diouf. Yeah? Yeah, Diouf, yeah. All right. Number 2? I'd probably go for Ravel because of the ability what he had and what he should have done in the game. Okay. Number 3? I'd go Niall. Yeah, I can see where this is going. Yeah. And then 4, I'm guessing Andy Carroll. Yeah, 4 was Andy, yeah. And they're probably round the same, him and Ivan, because they're not crazy people, and none of them are crazy, but you know what we're talking about. But them 3, stand out. When you asked me the question before without giving me them answers and telling me them, they're the 3 what come to my head. So and then the other 2 would have been ones I would have spoke about briefly. All right. Good chat. I mean, there's some good players there as well. Quality. Loads of good players that you must have played with. Unbelievable career you've had, mate.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.